Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Quest for Glory 4. We've managed to make our way into the abandoned Adventurers Guild, and unfortunately our brand new dustpan does not work in here, even though it looks like it could use it.
For a couple like a fraction of a second there, it looked like your character was hobbit-sized.
Yeah, sneaking around doing the duck walk will do that to you.
About some of the exploits of past adventurers in Moldavia.
No, it seems like from the perspective, it just seemed like the furniture around him was massive.
Piotr tells how he led the armies against the Chernovi cult outside the Dark One's cave.
Piotr.
The fighters were trained soldiers.
That's one way to read a name, eh?
Members fought like madmen.
Yeah.
Suddenly the cult members
It definitely sounds Eastern European.
Many of the soldiers panicked and ran. The battle was nearly lost. Then Piotr heard the voice of Irana. By all my will, I banish you to...
So what is this story he's reading here?
Basically the backstory as to why shit is fucked around in these parts.
All he could find were the grotesque remains of cult members.
It all started when we elected our first female president.
Piotr picked it up and
That tends to be the case, isn't it?
that Irana was beyond his help.
As your country of wherever it is that you are, have they ever had a female?
Really? You couldn't even invent, like, you couldn't even go with, like, Afghanistan?
Hey, man.
Something?
I wanted to keep it a bit of a mystery as to if your country had a female president or prime minister or leader.
A large ring
but
securely attached to the
I don't know. You could have tried pulling the country out of the hat first.
All right.
But there doesn't seem to be a door or any way to open the case.
Is your mouth working faster than your brain?
Usually.
In emergency.
It's one of those days, eh?
Yeah. I did just wake up, so.
The case is totally sealed.
Anyway, we got a fancy sword in here, but unfortunately, apparently whoever made this break an emergency sword case decided to actually weld the case basically into the wall. So there's no way to open it.
Use it to break the wall.
You have trouble forcing a mayonnaise jar open, let alone a heavy
That's what you do in Prince of Persia, at least.
Build up your strength before you can get through this one.
No. And apparently we're not strong enough to even open mayonnaise jars, let alone get this sword.
Can't find any way to open it, or even a place to slip in your dagger.
Well, you know.
Anyway, and over here there's an exercise machine if you want to
your legs are too
get your strength up.
Right now. There is a large crack in the ceiling.
Not even able to open a mayonnaise jar. Yeah, no woman will want you.
Remember that you are upstairs. Must have been someone.
My Opa taught me a pretty good trick as to open up tough jars that have been in the fridge and kind of get that vacuum seal. You run the lid under a little bit of hot water, and then you get like a butter knife and you tap the lid a bit, so it pops the vacuum a little bit.
You want to read?
That's nice. I usually just use the hammer.
Yeah, I mean that works too. Just throw it on the sidewalk and just pick the pickles in glass up, so that's fine.
Oh, you pick the glass?
Yeah, you know, because it gets caught in the pickle, so you then, when you eat the pickle, you have to pick it out of your teeth.
Yeah, to be fair, I've never had pickles, so who knows.
I
like how they feel the need to explain what's a boyar.
Well, to be fair, this was a game made in the 90s for mid-teens, maybe early 20s kids, so they probably didn't even know what a king was.
You learn about the result.
Come on.
The spirit of a murdered, unmarried woman. Such spirit.
Hey man, you saw the question that they asked if you wanted to see boobies in Leisure Suit Larry.
No, I actually don't remember much of that game.
Okay then.
This magazine thoroughly,
yes.
Instead of just browsing through it. Isn't it nice that we included a complete copy in
Hey!
your box?
And probably one of the earliest examples of a little emoji.
The book turns out to be an advertising brochure. It says, I, Dr. Cranium, predict that someday one of my descendants will become the subject of a...
This actually is an advertisement for one of Sierra's other games.
Castle of Dr. Brain from Sierra Online. Jeez, how cheesy can you get?
Oh wow. That is not a very good joke.
Spells in unusual and creative ways,
Anyway.
such as calming of fire.
And this is an important tip as to how to solve some puzzles, basically right at the very end of the
Pick up a
game.
number of useful tips which will improve your spellcasting.
I'm still thinking about your statement that people in kids in the early 90s did not know what a king was.
No, we have to learn about the Oriental art of Tok Fu.
I was thinking like perhaps it might be the case that people now don't know what a king is.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably more fair.
Hey, this isn't a lending library. Nice.
But,
US to British. What is a king? Oh, it's that guy who does nothing when the country is being destroyed.
Around here, it's hidden a different way.
No, that's just every leader.
Not Edward Longshanks, I'll tell you that. That guy had it together.
Anyway, so here's a hook puzzle that's one of those, you push one button and then it flips the other ones.
Everything. Yes.
But the only way to figure it out properly is if you're a thief and you have to like look at the ceiling somehow to get it. But
you climb down
since we're a wizard, we're not supposed to be in here, but we got in here anyway. So huzzah!
Do you call those reclined sofas that psychologists allegedly have in their offices?
Probably recliner sofas or perhaps like lounge sofas or something like that. I honestly don't know. But
I'm thinking perhaps I should get one of those.
In an early excess,
yeah, I mean,
poster art techniques.
Well, the theory for why they were used was that Sigmund Freud believed that if the patient didn't have direct eye contact with the doctor, they were more open to letting the doctor know about things that were wrong with them, which actually turned out to be one of the few things that Sigmund Freud got right.
When you don't have to face judgment.
Well,
you're more willing to talk about your degeneracies and your mistakes, which seems to be the case for people on Reddit.
There's nothing behind this one.
Yeah. Did you?
I don't have someone judging me right next to me, so I can talk. So I can go on the internet and show how much of a despicable person.
Yeah, did you actually hear about what happened to Twitch just the other day?
No.
Well, on the front page of the Twitch site, there was a 40 or 50-year-old man who was role-playing as a baby fur cub character, and they advertised him.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't one of those situations where he just got super popular out of nowhere and like the algorithm put him on front page. Apparently it was Twitch themselves who did it.
In the section on surviving magical traps, the book suggests
this is what happens when society gets too comfortable.
There's also a book on
this is what happens when Dan Clancy can't stop gooning.
Secret language of thieves. You learn a number of new symbols and combinations.
Things were better when kings could declare war and you had no option to evade it.
The knob is missing.
I keep saying, leaving feudalism behind was a mistake.
You examine the metal grate on the floor.
And I say that the Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race.
Right next to each other.
Yeah. Now let's talk about who you've been mailing recently.
On close examination, You find some scratches that
Well,
might be
apparently no
found
one,
beside
because
grain.
the postal service in my area is on strike for the second time in like a year.
Rummaging around in the door drain, you find a round knob with a point on one side.
What are their
Thieves have
demands?
had to clean up after
They want
themselves,
more money,
since a
as
few
per usual,
unfortunate
like
accidents with
everybody.
maintenance personnel.
But like I said, this is the second time they've done it within a year.
Now that you've replaced the safe knob,
Did I got more money the first time?
safe looks ripe for
I have no idea, and quite frankly, I don't
kinda
care.
like
Just
a walnut.
pretty much everyone who's
To
heard
open a safe,
that
you'll need to spell out the combination with
the
alternating right
mailmen
and
don't
left
want to
turns.
work because they want more money is like, shut the fuck up and mail my mail already. Anyway, so
Yeah,
for this
just
puzzle,
feels
it's a
like-
little bit interesting because we have to spell filch, but it's missing letters. But if you pay attention,
Have been here before.
the little
the
lines,
money
you
is
can
gone.
turn the dial there, and that's
You do
technically
find
where
5
the letters
throwing
are.
daggers placed here for, well,
Try instead spelling belch.
the only other usable thing in the safe is a single lockpick.
What was the game where there was a boss called Belcher?
Grab the lockpick.
Donkey Kong Country 3.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah, he was the barrel boss.
For some reason I was thinking of Earthbound.
You found a particular.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Earthbound had a boss called Belcha.
Fortunately, it's just like one of those described in the book
I
on
mean,
traps.
the main villain of that game is Porky, so...
Ah, that did it. The lock
Well-
springs open with a satisfying
No,
snap.
kinda. Not really.
Inside the desk, you find a complete and hardly used Mark.
He's
II
like,
themed
he's the main villain of the
with all
third
the
game.
latest facilities for opening the toughest locks, cracking
I thought you
and
fight him
disarming
just before
mechanical
Gaius.
traps. There's
You
one
do,
lock
but he's not like the
missing,
main villain. Gygas
so you
is.
add yours to it.
So like, supposedly
find a
everything
fancy
bad that is
map
happening is
set
supposed to
of
be like
3
the
throwing
influence of
daggers
Gygas.
that you add to your collection. Finally, you find some sort of diary or logbook in the desk. The title of the book reads, Memoirs of a Master Manipulator. Modest, eh?
Anyway,
You take it out and set it on the
so
desk.
we got a
But it's
big
a little
old
heavy to
fucking
carry
book that
around.
we can't carry around. And once this text goes away, you'll see how massive that fucking thing
You
is.
leaf through the chief
I don't even know how it
logbook.
managed to fit in the drawer.
An interesting entry speaks of a proposed night raid.
It was just a whole drawer.
The guild members would use the secret passage to avoid notice. You wonder.
You
which
just like,
secret passage
they never,
it could be.
they whatever they
A
pulled out,
later
they just
entry in
pulled out the
different
whole
handwriting
drawer.
indicates how far the guild had declined recently. It seems to be just a bunch of doodling and some nonsense words. It says, bad boys yell, good girls giggle, rich girls run. Not quite on the same standard as a nighttime castle.
That's a weird rhyme. I'm sure it means
One of
nothing.
the final entries says, Fred and Frank caught out at night without hooks. Fred is dead and Frank sank. I'm the last. An ambitious thief will try to prosper by hook and by crook. The log closes with some incoherent ramblings about passing the deadly tentacled beast. Then
We extracted
horror,
these poems
shadows
from
of
British
darkness
journals.
enfold me. Madness and
sorry,
mockery in the
newspapers.
dark one's chamber. Sounds as though the author was in a chemically modified.
Remember that joke from the Hitchhiker's Guide of the Galaxy about the worst poetry ever written?
Yes, it
you
is
found
the...
safe. Good work.
oh fuck, I forgot what the aliens were called, the Bogers or something like that.
You set up the
They
I
made
guess
the second worst
Try to
poetry in all
disarm
the
any
universe,
traps
with the
that
first
may
one
be
being a guy on Earth who wrote it, the worst poem, which thankfully got evaporated when the Earth got destroyed.
Yes. No, the Vogons had like the third worst poetry.
Oh, so who's the second then?
I don't recall what was the name given, but it was like the worst poetry was written by some guy from
You have
from
successfully disarmed
no,
the safe.
from Sussex. Thankfully destroyed along with Earth. I think
Using
actually the
Mark II
guy mentioned was a friend of Douglas Adams.
Oh, okay.
Inside
That would actually make sense.
found a throwing dagger and a potion labeled poison.
But anyway,
cure.
so that
was
weird
it?
little matching game that we played, that's the disarming traps puzzle that you have to do
Ah,
for
you
arcade
found the hit.
sequence.
Have you seen the movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah, the Disney one, which I remember being like I enjoyed it, but at the time everyone was like, "Oh my god, what a piece of shit movie that was," and I'm like, "What? Did we watch the same movie?"
I guess it was like fans of the book who just hated. It is like, I have never read the book. The movie seems fine to me.
You crack the safe using
Well, I've read the book, and the movie is actually pretty faithful, all things considered. Like, I guess the only weird thing is that the captain, he has two heads, but I guess no one really understood how he had two heads, so the way the movie interpreted it was that his second head was on his neck.
Yeah, which is very odd. I guess they didn't want to have to animate like the whole thing, like besides him all the time. I recall they had a Hitchhiker's Guide, Hitchhiker's adaptation, like a TV series in the 80s or 90s, I think. And they actually had like the guy with two heads, and one of the second head was like a puppet.
All right. Anyway, so that's what the that little rhyme was that we read in the book. It was the first letter was the color that we had to use.
You must excuse me. I'm not quite myself anymore. Oh, don't worry.
Oh, hi, Gregor.
Yeah.
It is good to talk to someone again.
What was the play where the guy transforms or wakes up as a cockroach? Because I have a feeling that's what this is referencing, but I can't remember the name of the play.
It's none. It's like it's a short, like it's a novel by Franz Kafka. So Metamorphosis.
Oh, okay.
The Metamorphosis. I don't know how it's written. It's probably just Metamorphosis in English.
Have someone of my own kind to talk to.
Yeah.
And in German is Die Verwandlung.
Feeling like an idiot, as you generally do when making the sign, you go through the
I don't know if that's how it's pronounced correctly, but I don't care.
Well, of course.
I saw a couple months ago a version, like a bilingual version of Metamorphosis. Got really tempted to buy it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't recall if it was French or German or Portuguese or in German.
You will have almost every skill you need.
I think
it was Portuguese.
Have you ever heard of the movie The Producers, like from like the early 2000s?
Yes, I actually. No, I have the 70s version.
Okay.
Mel Brooks one.
The
one with Gene Wilder. That's his name, right?
Do you want to be
well, to be fair, I've never seen the 70s one, so I don't know who's in it.
Yeah.
But I saw the early 2000s one, and
have you seen the one with 2000s with Matthew Broderick?
No point in being informal here, just because no one else is around.
Have you seen Blazing Saddles?
No, but I've seen clips of it.
I'm afraid it is not very big.
Okay.
And to think I once despised.
Add that to the list of things you should get.
Yeah.
Okay. Add that to the list of movies you should get, because Blazing Saddles is actually pretty good.
But
And I think of the name of the actor is Gene Wilder, and he is also in The Producers.
Okay. So the reason I say that is because I wasn't a fan of the movie, mostly because it's a musical, and if there's one thing I hate, it's fucking musicals. But there was one joke that they made that I found pretty funny, was that they were searching through potential plays to go through that would obviously bomb, but would make them a lot of money.
Yeah, because they're trying to exploit some like legal loophole on tax.
Yeah.
On taxation.
And one of them was the Metamorphosis short story. And he reads it and it's like, a man wakes up and turns into a cockroach. He's like, nah, that doesn't sound very good.
How can we make a musical out of that?
In the original 70s version, is the play that they end up with a Hitler musical?
Yes, it's called Springtime for Hitler, which is the localized name in the version I have. It's literally Springtime for Hitler.
There is a little known secret way.
Anyway, so we've been ignoring this guy, because, quite frankly, who wouldn't want to, but... essentially he's explaining that the Thieves Guild is just him at the moment. Everyone else has either run away or died, and he's explaining that there's secret goodies in the castle, which we learned in the logbook. There is a secret entrance to get in somewhere.
I think it was the version of Metamorphosis I saw was Portuguese and German, and it was the Penal Colony was in French and German.
He didn't say much.
Okay.
Never said anything again, as a matter of fact.
Let's see. So...
The ones that left said they felt uncomfortable around
Oh,
me.
I've been playing a shit ton of Red Dead Redemption 2 lately. Very fun game. Although I'm having to replay it because I missed 2 achievements. Which I don't mind, because, like I said, good game, but it's a little bit annoying simply because the 2 achievements that I missed, they involve basically hanging around the main camp and waiting for people to give you requests and shit, which is probably like the most annoying bullshit thing to do in the game.
It's one of those games where like we have like some very silly, easy to miss achievements, right?
Yes, but like those are the only 2 really. For the most part, you can get all the achievements in the epilogue. And the game is so long that the epilogue is in 2 parts.
Stolen items. There are several places around the town where you might be able to find a bit of loose cash, though. I will tell you what.
By the way, have you actually seen any Mel Brooks movies?
Come back and tell me.
Yeah, I saw Spaceballs.
Sounds like you know your basic thief skills. I will let you know.
I saw that movie when I was a little kid. I remember almost nothing about it. I think it's probably one of those. I have the feeling it's a movie I would probably not enjoy very much if I watched today.
I can kind of see why some people might say that, because sometimes some of the jokes are a little bit, I wouldn't say forced, but it's sort of like they're a little bit dragged out just a tinge too long, in my opinion. Like, the whole, they have like the maid, a spaceship that's sucking up the planet, and they say suck, 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 like, I can see that, people looking at that and being like, oh, that's not very funny.
Although it is pretty funny, like it works well as a setup for what it comes right after.
I can't remember, what was the setup after?
Like after when they revert, they say she's gone from suck to blow.
Oh yeah.
And there were like there is a very interesting joke they made, like jam the signal and they just throw a massive pot of jam.
Yeah, they throw a massive pot of jam, and another joke is that they're combing the desert and they have like the soldiers literally with giant combs, like dragging it through the sand.
I was thinking about that joke with the jam. I was thinking, man, if you don't speak English, that joke makes no sense. Because puns really are like the it's the kind of humor that is the easiest to mistranslate or just not, or to just is the hardest kind of humor to convey in a different language.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why, Japanese comedies don't really work too well, because the big, comedy point that Japan loves are their puns, which don't translate worth for dog shit in English.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've noticed that in, my ordinary life, one of the setups for a joke that they were making was, the main girl got an order confused for her friend, so instead of like rice and some like sushi or something. She confused it for cooked fish, and it's like, what the fuck? How do you confuse that? And the reason why it works is because her friend ordered sounds similar to cooked fish in Japanese, and they have to explain that in the subtitles.
Yeah, it seems to be a problem in Gintama as well.
There are quite a few others.
Although everything that happened right after that was pretty funny.
And the Burgomeister. And then there's Nikolai and that crazy
Where
Dr.
her friend is basically demanding that she apologize to her.
He's
And
a harmless old
like
man
everything in my ordinary
wandering
life,
around
it
looking
goes
for
completely
his dead
wild.
wife. Must be a
Yeah, they take up to 11.
all alone.
Yeah.
Which is... It's pretty great.
Dr. Cranium came to Mordavia.
I do
do
have
love, like,
the series on DVD. I just only saw, like, I guess the first or maybe second, up to the second DVD. So, I don't know. Maybe that's something we could put on the list.
Strange experiment.
We definitely can.
The shopkeeper knows
I don't know if Wicked is gonna feel like I'm cheating on him by watching anime with someone else.
And garlic sandwich, which she sells as rations.
Oh my god.
The Burgomeister.
Yeah, avocado and garlic sandwiches. Come on. They're delicious.
How many people do you think have tried that mix after this game?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say not many because it sounds too weird, and I don't think the people who would be willing to try that, aka hipsters, have played this game to even get the combination in their head.
Speak with the Burgomeister. Perhaps he can tell you more about it.
I do recall at some point in YouTube comments I made a reference to Bubba Hotep,
As always.
and someone just responded, "You deserve a peanut butter and banana sandwich for that."
The innkeeper nods at you.
Do they reference peanut butter and banana sandwiches at some point in Bubba Hotep? I don't recall that.
Yes. It's when Elvis is talking to the nurse or the caretaker as to what happened with after the bug incident, and he said, "Yeah, man, the bug was massive. It was the size of my fist. It was the size of a peanut butter and banana sandwich."
After some rest, you feel better.
The nurse with a big ass, right?
No, it was a male nurse.
Oh, so not the one with the big ass. I still remember, like, I found it really funny because, like, that woman was, like, what, in her 40s when that movie came out. And damn, she has some junk in her trunk.
Straighten out your jacket and retie your boots. Appearances count.
Alright, and at the moment we are just sleeping the day away because I want supper, and there's also some nighttime stuff to do. But unfortunately we can only advance time by an hour at most. But thankfully we can do it as many times as we want.
Was Bubba Hotep an indie film?
I would classify it as one, yes. I think the budget for it was, like, at the time, maybe 1 or 2 million, which, even for the time, that's pretty low.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that you're not particularly welcome here.
I bet Bruce Campbell just did it just for the excuse to play Elvis.
Yeah, that, but I also remember on the special features for the DVD that,
You have some garlic.
he said that at first he was reluctant to take it because the first lines that he read in the script were talking about how there was a cancerous growth on his penis. And his main concern...
Do I have to show my penis in this movie?
Yeah, that was actually his main concern. Like, do I have to show it? And the director said no. And he's like, alright, I'm in.
Actually, I had an uncle once who was a hero.
Will you give me a break with all this hero stuff? Enough!
It's one of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, it's, they're a fun little a group of villagers that come in. And like I said, we will learn more about the what happened to the elephants in Mordavia.
The best place to stay in all this valley.
This guy ate them.
My wife prepares.
Not quite. It's a little bit more silly than that.
I am sure you will find them.
They flew away during the winter.
Just sit down in the chair.
Actually, that's not too far off.
Bella will be happy to serve you. Garlic is our national vegetable.
Bella, is that his name?
Love garlic around here.
Bella is the name of his wife, who ironically
Of
is
course.
pretty gross and ugly looking.
Everyone loves garlic.
But we
Is
don't
she in
get.
any way? Is she in any way similar to Bela
It's a country's
Lugosi?
flower.
I don't care much.
I don't believe so, but
I don't
they're explaining how
remember
much
asking.
garlic is their national flower around here.
You know Bela Lugosi, by the way, right?
Yeah, he played like the original Dracula.
Okay.
He's right. We don't trust ones who come here by unknown means.
Yeah, particularly strangers we don't know.
We tend to be kind of suspicious of strangers.
We don't take kindly to your kind around this place, this
That's
neighborhood.
why we made the sign
Yeah,
that says
basically.
strangers are unwelcome and unwanted.
Right. And in our own subtle way, we try to get across the fact that we don't like them very much.
Strangers bring bad luck.
In our own subtle
Strangers
way.
bring trouble.
Actually, the
He
last
says
time
as
we
he
brought a
unzips
jester's
piss
hat
on
for
your
staff,
shoes.
but I still don't trust him.
Anything else you want to know, stranger?
Anyway, they seem like
You know,
nice
there's
people. Let's ask them
another
about the jester.
stranger in town besides you.
Oh, and let me tell you, he is very strange, okay?
Strange. The dude ain't even human.
No one knows how he got here or why he came.
No one knows where he goes during the day. Or who he's trying to meet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he tells jokes.
Oh, since we are in Transylvania, do we ever meet gypsies?
Yes, in fact,
He says he's a
in the
real
earlier
jester.
recording, the shopkeeper mentioned that
Dresses like
gypsies
Sonny
are
Bono.
werewolves, so distrust
He
them.
acts like a gnome.
He is an
Just one other
Einstein.
reason to the list.
Anyway, so we found out that the jester is a gnome,
The town of Mordavia
which
is a very
apparently
safe place
in
to
this
be,
universe
gotta
gnomes
tell
are
you.
well known for making
Oh,
jokes.
yeah. You got nothing to fear within the
No.
walls of the town.
Other than the old monastery.
Yeah, the old monastery. As long as you don't venture into the old monastery, you'll be safe as milk in this town.
Yeah, as long as you don't even think of getting near the old monastery.
Safe as
You're
milk.
gonna be okay.
Did I,
Have you ever
answer
heard
the
this one?
monastery
I have
door?
never heard safe as
Oh,
milk.
yeah, right. The monastery door.
that is a
As
very
long as
weird
you
one.
don't go near the monastery door.
In fact,
I guess the idea is like safe to drink.
You'll be
Which is
perfectly
technically
safe
incorrect
in the
because
town.
if you drink milk straight from the cow, you can get sick from
Hey,
that.
look.
Especially these
There's
days when
nothing
we're
wrong
so used
with
to
us.
yeah, we're okay.
like-
We've been tested.
putting it through the factory
Well,
line, so to
tell you
speak.
the truth, I
When the cows are full of
You
when the
feel
cows are
cold
full of
sore
like
coming on.
hormones and stuff.
Yeah.
I did that so much in my childhood.
Mordavia nights are dangerous.
Drink
Drinking
milk straight from the cow.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
right, you know. Nobody goes out at night.
Did
except
you
my
get
girlfriend,
right onto
but
the
she's
tit, or
working.
did you
Her and a few
just fill up the bucket and then
ghosts,
drink from the bucket?
revenants, a wraith, and
No, I had. It was
vampire too.
usually my dad or my uncle would just milk inside a milk with a inside a cup.
Vampires in Moldavia.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we'd grab
the-
some. Yeah,
they
we
just
gotta-
fill up a mug and say, "Here you go, now shut up."
Burst your bubble. But my Uncle Fred was
Yeah, we'd
bitten
take
by
like,
vampire once.
Sound like 7 in the morning. We'd take a cup full of we'd take some grab some coffee and take it to the corral
Yeah, I know. He sends
and
you
have them
a
fill it up with the
$5
milk straight from the
Where's
tit.
my $20?
It was very nice.
Had a miraculous recovery.
Hey, my excuse for whenever I die and come back to life.
They nod at you. You've never seen so many locks and bars on a door. You can't find any way to open it.
It is very dangerous in Mordavia.
Yeah, and they are
We
very
always keep things locked up.
weary of the
Dark.
nighttime, so
I will let you out for
if we're caught out after a certain hour, there's no way for us to get back into the inn.
To be fair, so it's people in New York, so... I guess people in New York are not very wary of the dark either.
I was about to make a joke, and then I decided it'd probably be best not to.
You attempt to pick the lock on the Burgermeister's window.
Anyway, a good place to practice your lockpicking skills is on the Burgermeister's window at night. Because, sadly, ever since Quest for Glory 3, we can no longer pick our nose to victory. I miss being able to pick my nose. It was fun.
You cannot draw any more ridges in your brain. Any more wrinkles in your brain.
Anyway, turns out that lockpicking takes a lot of stamina out of you, so... Anyway, back to sleep.
You're flicking very energetically.
After a few minutes,
well, yeah, you gotta be fanciful about it.
bolts on the other side of the door.
And in we go. So once we've done that, we shall... lockpicking skill went up by a bit. That's not too bad. Alright. Back to sleep.
You unlock the door
Because we have some nighttime stuff to do. And specifically around midnight, nighttime stuff.
after.
Which, sadly, I don't know when midnight really occurs. It's just one of those, you kind of have to feel for when it's right, you know?
It's quite a big bed.
What do you mean we're getting tired? We've only been sleeping for most of the day.
Over the roof to get out.
Anyway, so if you're a thief with the acrobatics and skill, you can leave through the window and come back in.
You are being watched.
Anyway, and this is why
not many big people see Domo
Yeah.
Boy. Most not look. You something special. Maybe so? You hero? Mordavia big hero need. Plenty powerful hero. Maybe you be soon. Learn much, practice much.
Anyway, this is Domovoy. He is very important.
Hero.
Which is why we're talking to him.
He's gonna teach us Russian.
Domovoy am I. Domovoy I be. Over places Domovoy watch. Protect the inn, do I. By big people, Domovoy not so.
But do not talk about my cousins in Scotland. They're not very friendly.
Really not.
Are you talking about the red caps or something else?
I will.
What's the name? Bogarts.
Oh, yeah. I think
Yeah.
a lot of European countries have like a weird goblin imp thing that watches over the house, but depending
Yeah.
on the region, it's sort of like they're either helpful, like the Domovoy, or if you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you, but as soon as you do something that they dislike, then they ruin your life.
In the in Norse mythology, I think they were called the kobolds.
I thought kobolds was a German thing.
Well, the Norse are German, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like the Norse,
No people
the Norse were like a branch of like a Germanic tribes.
Mordavia very,
A branch of Germanic tribes that went to inhabit Scandinavia. You know?
Okay.
But like,
I always just kind of considered it more of the Middle Europe region that the Nords were in, and they just sort of branched out.
too much.
Surprisingly, a lot of Europe is actually German in some way, in one way or the other.
Well, yeah, that's why it was called the Holy Roman Empire. God.
Like
Bad place
the Dutch
hero.
are a breed of German,
Good many years ago, but going very
and so were like
many bad things here.
The
You
Polish.
forgot.
No, not the Polish. Well, the Saxons,
Maybe
the
come to
Anglo-Saxons,
you come
were a
down
breed
to
of
the
German.
Maybe
They just
it's
happened
much
to have
say.
to get a lot of, like in the 9th and 11th century, they just happened to get a lot of French mixed with them.
You unlock the door.
That was
And
unfortunate.
then, yeah.
But anyway, that's all we needed to know. The fact that a Domovoy lives here, so we shall talk to him
Yeah.
later.
But, like, I
And-
think in Scottish, in Scottish and Welsh and the other silly Brittonics, there was like this mythology, this creature that, like this house spirit, that if you did anything against the house spirits, they would turn into a Bogard, which would basically be like a creature that would curse you, break your stuff, kill your animals, that kind of thing.
And in the Harry Potter universe, they turn into your worst fear. Come on, Goke. You need to know everything about Harry Potter, alright? That's how the internet works.
I'm not a woman.
Well, anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
Bye bye.